Welcome back to fabrication Motorsports. Today we're in the shop working on the Baja DB30 mini bikes. Both of these bikes are set up with a 212 Predator from Harbor Freight, a Stage 1 kit, a 30 series torque converter, and a hydraulic disc brake conversion kit from Go Powersports. Today we're going to be working on the green one specifically. We're going to be building a set of wheelie bars for the back end of this thing. Join us, shall you? Alright, thanks for tuning back in to fabrication Motorsports. I really appreciate everyone being here. It's awesome how many new people are subscribing to fabrication Motorsports every day. We've got a lot of big things coming up in March, middle of March 21st. We've got the next ATV Wars up in Connell, which is what we're getting the green bike ready for today. We're going to be building the wheelie bars for it. We're also going to build a replacement for the kickstand that I lost at the Gambler last year. So me and Tucker didn't actually run the Gambler, one because the Gambler is 18 and older, and this is the Gambler 500 Oregon mini bike enduro in Prineville. This is May 16th this year. We will be there again, so join us for that. But we didn't run it last year. We just brought the shop, basically, and had a good time with everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing more people there this year. It's going to be awesome. So I didn't run it, but I did take a couple laps of the track on the green Baja here. And you can see that I don't have a kickstand on that bike anymore. I've also got this weld where I did the initial widening of the foot pegs. We are going to swap this out with a solid piece sometime soon. This thing's also got a couple other issues. Just aesthetically, we've got the rear fender's a little crunched up. The front fender is a lot crushed up. I just got done painting it, but yeah, you can see she's definitely been beat up. Okay, so let's get to work making the brackets for the wheelie bars, and I'll show you where they're going to mount. One here and one up here-ish. The wheel that we're going to be using is from Harbor Freight. It's that one, 1,100 pound solid rubber tire, 8-inch. Normally these do not come with bearings in them, but I've hogged this out. This is an 1 3/8. What bearing number is that? 1621 RS from the big bearing store. So hogged it out with a Forstner bit to the correct depth and pressed bearings in both sides. Okay, so the brackets themselves, they're just angle iron that we've bent and folded over. This is a piece of 3/16 in the middle to use to compress that to. These are actually going to be the pieces that are welded to the bike. Okay, let's get cutting stuff out and start to get this thing mocked up. Okay, so we got our upper bars. We got the brackets welded on. We've got them cut down to length. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a 1/2 inch nut and 1/2 inch all thread. It's going to be our adjusting rod. We're going to grind the points off this. We're going to stuff it in the end of there. Drill a couple holes around and weld it in. Wow. And this is the bracket that's going to weld. The upper bracket is going to weld onto the mini bike. So this will probably notch right here and go on right about like that. That's gonna how that, yeah, that's how that's gonna look. Okay. So let's do the nuts. Let's get it doing. Let's get it doing. Alright, so here's where we're at for the night. We've got everything kind of mocked up. We bolted up there. We bolted down here. We got one cross beam in. We'll do a couple more. I don't know if I want to bring this one back or not and put another one here. And then put a cross brace up here. I don't know. Let me mull it over tonight. We'll see you right back here first thing tomorrow morning. Good morning. Welcome back to the shop. We got coffee. Let's get back to building these wheelie bars. Here's the chunk of tubing that we cut last night. We had in the lower bars acting as a crossbar. I think I'm gonna do these ones in the upper. So we're cutting this one down to fit in the upper set. We'll do two up there, and then we'll do our crossbar on the bottom. I think that'll work best. So let's go ahead and notch the end of this guy and make another one. Since I've already got the first notch, I'm gonna use the vise to line up where it's going to be flat, and then we'll go ahead and make our mark here for the notch. Really, you only need to come in a third of the way on the tube. So we got 7/8. So we're just going to go a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch in. Something about like that, and then bring our notch out like that. We're just going to use the angle grinder there to make that cut. Alright, we got this thing welded up. We got it cleaned up, sharp edges, deburred, all that good stuff. Now, it's time to grip it and rip it and see how this thing handles. I'm going to go ahead and set the camera up on the ladder bar, top bar, looking back down. Hopefully we get a good shot. Well, there it is. That's the wheelie bar setup. This thing took some hits. You can see in the last little bit I montaged them together there for my helmet cam, all the launches that I did in a row. I did 8 maybe, and this thing held just fine. It doesn't really pull. The only thing that I find that is making me pull is the fact that I'm pulling my left leg back up onto the pegs, and so when the front tire is up off the ground, I have a tendency to pull a little bit to the left. You might have seen that one of the last shots there, I got a little sketchy and got out of it. But yeah, this thing, I'm excited to put this thing to the test at ATV Wars March 21st in Connell, Washington. There's going to be some cool stuff. We did that video last year in October, ATV Wars. I'm hoping to see it grow a little bit. Maybe a few more people there. Maybe get some mini bikers out there. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to do the kickstand and the cosmetic work. I've got to go through the torque converter in this thing and clean the carburetor out because she's been sitting all winter. So join me next time. Badger Canyon Motorsports. We'll see you then. Fucking ow!